chosen one. Stop and listen carefully. This congratulations is not a polite phrase. It is a decree from heaven. Everything is finished. What tried to break you has been crushed. Those who tried to silence your voice must now remain silent. You did not merely survive, you have won. Do not scroll past for even a second, because this is the confirmation your soul has been painfully waiting for. If you miss this moment, you may walk away without realizing that the door of breakthrough has opened wide right in front of you. From this moment on, every exhausting battle, every sleepless night spent crying in silence, officially becomes the past. The furnace that burned you for so long has completed its task. It could refine you, but it could never destroy you. Leave the comment amen if you feel this wave of strength and truth sinking deep into your mind right now. Chosen one, stop and listen very carefully, because what I am about to say is not ordinary comfort. This is a firm decree from heaven, a supreme affirmation that everything is finished. You did not hear it wrong. Every battle that drained your strength, every brutal trial, and every sleepless night when you cried alone in the darkness has officially come to an end forever. What once tried to break you has now been broken itself. Those people, those forces that tried to silence you are now forced into silence before your glory. You did not simply survive the storm, you completely conquered it. Understand this: you will never, absolutely never have to endure those heart-tearing pains, those bitter betrayals, or those seasons of spiritual drought again. Why can I say that with certainty? Because the fire has completed its mission. It was sent to refine you into pure gold, not to burn you into ashes. You stepped out of that furnace with a different posture, a different level, where the pain of the past no longer holds any power or influence over you. The chains that once held your feet, the psychological ghosts that haunted you every night, all of them have been shattered into 1,000 fragments. You spent too much time wondering whether your cry for help was heard. There were moments when it felt as if your prayers only hit the ceiling and fell back down. But listen, even in that frightening silence, a greater hand was still working. Behind every delay was protection, and behind every door that slammed shut before you was divine redirection. You were not abandoned, you were being prepared. And now that harsh season of preparation has ended, giving way to a powerful liberation unlike anything before. You were chosen to end the toxic cycles in your bloodline. That is why your battle felt so heavy. You were not fighting only for yourself. You were fighting to free an entire generation, to break curses and patterns of pain that had rooted themselves for too long. But look closely, the enemy has failed. The scars on your body and soul are the strongest evidence that the opponent has completely lost. You kept your faith even when everything around you collapsed, and now it is time to receive the reward for that perseverance. Do not look back anymore. The past is no longer a place for you, and you no longer belong there. You are not broken pieces, you are not forgotten, and you are not disqualified from happiness. You are the chosen one, anointed and protected by an unshakable power. From this moment on, stop breathing the short breaths of fearful survival. Begin to breathe deeply, slowly, and confidently, like someone who knows they are completely safe. The peace that is coming will not be a temporary moment. It will become a new way of living. You will start seeing small signs appear: calm, replacing panic; rest, replacing torment; abundance, replacing the lack that once surrounded you. Do not allow any voice from the past to deceive you into thinking this is temporary luck. These declarations are eternal and irreversible. When the decree has been released that everything is finished, it means it is finished forever. Prepare yourself to step into spaces you once did not even dare to imagine. Your name is already being mentioned in rooms you have never entered. Doors you never knocked on will begin to open, not because of status or reputation, but because the aura of the chosen one shines from within you. Those who underestimated you, those who laughed when you stumbled, will now stand still and witness your glorious rise. They will not be defeated by revenge, but by the peace and success that now surrounds you. Every attempt to destroy your mind through confusion and fear is now powerless. You carry a new identity, a new strength, and a heavenly protection that no weapon can penetrate. Live like a victor, walk like a ruler, and love like someone whose heart has never been wounded. You have completed the hardest test of your life, and now the glory officially begins. Leave the comment 1111 if you believe the cycle of pain has officially been ended by the highest power. Let the world know that the Chosen One has returned stronger, wiser, and impossible to defeat again. Everything is finished. The decree has been sealed. Your future begins now. Chosen One, have you ever wondered why your path has been filled with obstacles and frightening silence? Listen to me carefully. The seasons of silence and delay you went through were never rejection from heaven. They were protection. You thought you were abandoned. No, you were hidden while preparing for an explosion the enemy could never predict. Behind every door that slammed shut before you was divine direction, guiding you away from dangers you were not ready to face at that time. Heaven never takes from you. It prepares a greater version of you to receive something greater. Now that harsh preparation has officially ended and the moment of release begins. Look back at your old pain. There were times when you thought you had collapsed, destroyed by the deep cuts within your soul. But what is the truth? Those pains were not sent to kill you. They functioned like a refining furnace. You were heated, shaped, and tested, but instead of turning into ashes, you became stronger and wiser than ever. You stepped out of that fire with sharper eyes and an unbreakable spirit. Pain does not define you. It was simply the outer layer that forged the iron will within you. You passed the most brutal tests of endurance and faith, even when your body and mind were completely exhausted. When you thought you had reached the limit, you still chose to move forward, and that perseverance has been recorded in heaven. Never regret those silent years. You were not wasting time. You were growing roots. When you felt buried under the soil, you were actually being planted. And now that soil is no longer your grave. It has become the nourishment that allows your promise to grow and flourish. You were trained to carry the weight of the glory that is coming. Without that silence, you would never have had enough stillness to hear the true call of your destiny. Without those delays, you would never have had the humility to hold the height you are about to reach. This spiritual transformation is a complete upgrade of your soul's operating system. You no longer see the world through the eyes of a victim. You begin to realize that every betrayal, every accusation, and every rejection was necessary to separate you from ordinary environments. Heaven has been clearing the space around you, removing toxic noise so you can focus on your mission. You have been equipped with spiritual armor that no future attack can penetrate. Your discernment has reached a higher level. You can recognize schemes before they even begin. Stand up straight and breathe in this new air. You are stepping into unfamiliar territory, yet it is truly your home, a place where power and peace rule. Do not fear this change. You were designed to shine in greater, wider spaces. This elevation was not arranged by humans, so no human has the authority to take it from you. You carry the seal of being chosen, a crown that cannot be imitated. Remember that every silent sacrifice and every tear shed in loneliness has been transformed into seeds of blessing. You sowed in tears, and now you will harvest with the shout of victory. This transformation is permanent. You will never return to the fragile person you once were. You are a warrior refined by fire, an awakened soul, and the chosen one of a new era. Let the world witness your resurrection. To confirm that you are ready for this great transformation, leave the comment 8,888. Let this energy surround you, protect you, and guide you into the greatest harvest of your life. You have completed the strictest training of the universe. Now step forward and receive your crown. Every preparation is finished. The glory officially begins now. Chosen One, have you ever wondered why your life seems filled with repeating tragedies? Why the pain, poverty, or emotional failures of your parents and grandparents appear to follow your steps? Stop and listen carefully, because today I declare a shocking truth. You are not a victim of destiny. You are the one chosen to end it. You are the final stop for every dark cycle in your family bloodline. Every invisible chain of fear, every overwhelming anxiety, and every generational barrier that imprisoned your ancestors for decades has now been shattered into 1,000 fragments. The decree has been released. This cycle ends here, and it ends because of you. Do you understand why your battle has been more brutal than anyone else's? Because you carry the weight of an entire lineage. You are not only fighting for yourself, you are fighting to free those who fell before you and those who have not yet been born. The ghosts of lack, the patterns of betrayal, and the inherited wounds tried to root themselves in your soul. But they chose the wrong target. You are not the weakest link in that chain. You are the high voltage that burns the entire toxic system. What once acted as a curse over your family must now tremble before the light you carry. Look deeply at the chains that once bound you. The constant anxiety, the feeling of never being enough, the fear of abandonment that traveled through generations. But hear this, those chains were never truly part of you. They were spiritual debris you were assigned to clear away. And the good news is, the cleansing is finished. You passed the hardest test because you faced truths your ancestors avoided. That courage triggered a chain reaction that shattered the old laws of suffering. From now on, your name will not be associated with family tragedy, but with liberation and the beginning of a completely new era. Never accept the label of fate. Your destiny is not tied to the mistakes of the past. You were chosen because your soul carries a different structure, a strength capable of enduring transformation. Those who try to pull you back into old habits or the limited thinking of your family will now see you as someone unfamiliar. And that is correct, you have been reborn. You are the first in your lineage to love yourself properly, the first to touch real abundance, and the first to stand firm in storms without being shaken by inherited fear. Every generational barrier that once blocked the progress of your family has now collapsed. Doors that remained locked for your parents will open before you. You carry the genetic code of a pioneer, a conqueror of new territory. Anxiety is no longer your companion. It has been replaced by the calm authority of a ruler. You purified your bloodline with your tears and perseverance in darkness, and now the light is ready to explode. Stand tall, lift your head, and declare to the universe, I am the one who ends the cycle. I am the one who builds the new future. There will be no more meaningless sacrifice, no more inherited pain. You have cut the cord that tied you to the darkness of the past and connected yourself directly to the infinite power of heaven. What you do today becomes the new legacy for those who come after you, a legacy of freedom, prosperity, and deep peace. The enemy of your bloodline has failed completely. It believed it could break you as it broke those before you, but it did not know you were surrounded by an armor that cannot be penetrated. Every curse has become a blessing, every bitterness has turned into strength. You are the living symbol of a magnificent rise. If you feel the power of breaking these chains moving through your veins, leave the comment 9,999 to confirm your authority over your destiny. Let the world know that from today the history of your bloodline has turned a new page, the page of great victors. You have fulfilled the mission of a chosen one. Darkness has disappeared, and the dawn of a new empire within your bloodline begins right now. Chosen one, prepare yourself, because an earthquake of blessings is about to hit your life. Hear me clearly, the season where you had to strain just to survive is over. You are crossing the boundary into a new season, an era of absolute peace, joy that cannot be extinguished, and abundance so great it takes your breath away. And what matters most, you will receive all of it with no guilt, no lingering fear that it will be taken from you. Heaven has signed the decree. What belongs to you, no power on this earth can touch. Look back at the years that were stolen from you, years of lack opportunities snatched right in front of your eyes, and efforts that seemed to disappear into nothing. You thought you lost everything. No, the universe never forgets a debt. Every loss you endured in the dark will now be repaid many times over. I'm talking about supernatural restoration. What the enemy took from you in 10 years, heaven will return to you in a single harvest season. This is not fair compensation, this is overflowing compensation. You will receive more than you can imagine, so much that even you will be stunned by the speed and the scale of this restoration. You have become used to forcing yourself to get what you want. You got used to manipulating, calculating, and draining your strength to squeeze open a narrow door. But in this new chapter, the rules have completely changed. Massive doors of opportunity will open automatically in front of you without you spending any effort or chasing anything. You do not need to push your way in, you do not need to beg, and you certainly do not need to trade your self-worth. When the aura of the chosen one reaches full maturity, opportunities will come to you as if pulled by a giant magnet. Influential people will speak your name, million-dollar projects will come to your doorstep simply because you were appointed to possess them. Throw away that mindset of waiting for disaster. I know your past trained you to believe that whenever something good arrives, a slap from fate comes right after. But listen closely, that vicious cycle has been destroyed. This blessing is not a trap. It is a reward for your faithfulness. You no longer have to hold your breath, waiting for everything to collapse. You are allowed to enjoy this prosperity with the deepest peace. This abundance is not only about money, it is abundance in health, in high-quality relationships, and in inner stillness. The one thing no amount of money can buy. You will no longer pick up crumbs that fall from someone else's table. You are the host of the feast. Every delay in the past was heaven accumulating interest for you. And now, it is time for destiny's account to be paid. You will find yourself standing in places you once believed were only for the lucky ones. But remember, this is not luck, this is anointing. You have been equipped to manage this wealth without being corrupted by it because you were forged through red fire. Do not be afraid when your life changes too fast. Get used to being loved, valued, and prioritized. You deserve the best this world has to offer. The doors heaven opens, no human can close, and what heaven protects, no thief can steal. You are walking under an open sky where rains of blessings will water every dry place in your life. Prepare your storage because what is coming will exceed your current capacity. Expand your vision, dream bigger dreams because the universe's supply for you is endless. This restoration will be so complete that you will forget how much you once suffered. You will look back at the past, and it will feel like a distant dream, a necessary lesson that brought you to the throne you stand on today. If you are ready to receive double restoration and doors that open automatically, leave the comment 2222. Declare to the world that you are entering the most abundant season of your life. The restoration decree has been issued. Every loss has been erased. Your new blessing begins right now, right here, and it will last forever. Chosen one. Stand up straight and look directly into the lens of your life because this is the moment we talk about power and protection. Hear me clearly, you are no longer anyone's easy target. You have been appointed, sealed by a protection from heaven that human eyes cannot see but the enemy must fear. I declare to you in this season, no weapon formed against you will succeed. Every poisoned arrow of envy, every curse, every scheme plotted behind your back will be immediately reversed. You are surrounded by an army of angels, and the safe zone around you is untouchable. Remember those who once looked down on you, those who turned their backs when you were at the bottom, and those who laughed when you staggered in the dark. They thought they had seen your ending. They were wrong. They only saw the opening scene of a legend. Now those same people will stand frozen in total shock as they witness your rapid rise. They will not believe their eyes when they see the radiant light coming from you, an aura that cannot be faked, cannot be borrowed. Your elevation will be the strongest answer, the quietest punishment for those who underestimated the value of a chosen one. You do not need to explain anything. Your results will silence them. And here is the most important thing. Remove the label of victim completely. From this moment on, your identity is no longer tied to old wounds. You are not the one who was betrayed, not the one who failed, and certainly not the one carrying the scars of the past. Those old definitions have been erased. Your new identity is now tied to victory and love. You walk with the posture of a ruler who has conquered himself. The way you speak, the way you look, and the way you stand in this world will release a natural authority, the authority that comes from knowing who you are and who you belong to. Never allow anyone to bring up your past to limit you. When they mention the old version of you, smile and show them that person died long ago in the refining fire. The you of today is a new being, an upgraded version designed to rule, not to serve fear. The love you carry is not weakness. It is the highest power that dissolves conflict and wins hearts. You love from a place of overflow, not from a place of lack that needs to be filled. Understand this, your position was not given by people, so people have no right to take it away. You have been anointed to stand in the highest places, to lead, to inspire, and to shift outcomes. The doors heaven has opened for you, no human hand can shut. The resources the universe has mobilized for you, no dark force can block. You are walking a route that has already been programmed for greatness. Those who left you were actually a divine cleansing. They had to go because their frequency could no longer match the light you are about to carry. Do not mourn it, be grateful, because their exit created space for royal connections and partners of equal stature to enter your life. You are being surrounded by people who lift you higher, not those who pull you down. This protection is permanent. Even if you walk through the valley of darkness, you will not fear, because you know the greatest shadow covering you is the arm of heaven. You are a treasure, the pupil of the universe's eye. Anyone who touches you touches fire. Live with that absolute confidence. Build your boldest projects, speak your strongest truths, and love with your deepest intensity. The battle is over. The glory has begun. You have stepped out of the darkness of humiliation into the radiant light of honor. Every preparation, every pain, every delay led to this moment, the moment the chosen one claims his unmatched position on the throne of destiny. If you accept this new identity, this new position, and this absolute protection, leave the comment 5555. Let your confirmation echo through the atmosphere, declaring that you are ready to rule your life as a great victor. You are done with the past. The bright future is kneeling at your feet. Move forward, chosen one. Now stop for a moment. If you think the elevation I just spoke about comes only from exhausting waiting, then you are mistaken. The greatest chosen ones in history always carried a secret weapon to break reality, and today I will reveal to you a crack in the system they do not want you to know. Have you ever wondered why the most powerful organizations in the world, like the CIA, spent decades studying the potential of the human brain? They did not do it out of curiosity. They did it because they knew this: whoever masters brain frequency masters the flow of material reality. Right now, I want to introduce you to something called the 7-second brain ritual. This is not a basic positive thinking exercise. It is a technique that unlocks a nervous system code that was once sealed. Imagine this: with only 7 seconds a day, you can completely restructure your vibration, turning your brain from a receiver of fear into a broadcast station that attracts wealth and abundance at an atomic level. Why the CIA? Why hidden rituals? Because the truth about attracting money quickly is a power too dangerous in the hands of the lazy crowd. But you chosen one, you just came out of the refining fire, you have the wisdom to hold it. This ritual works like a shortcut, helping you move through the logical barriers society installed in your mind since childhood. It awakens a blind spot in the brain, where wealth is no longer something you must go search for, but something that must appear in front of you. Do not confuse hard work with frequency alignment. You have worked hard your whole life, and what did it bring you? It is time to stop using raw effort to open steel doors. This 7-second ritual is the master key. It does not require hours of meditation or thousands of pages of reading. It strikes the control center of reality inside your mind. Just 7 seconds to reset order. Just 7 seconds to announce to the universe that you are ready to take possession of your treasure. Many people will call this impossible, but that is because they have never touched classified materials. Those who practice this ritual report unexpected money contracts that fall from the sky and opportunities they never could have dreamed of. Why? Because they activated the ultimate attraction point inside the cortex. When you change, the code within the outer world must change to match. That is the law of the universe, and this ritual is how you enforce that law. I left the detailed information about this 7-second ritual in the description and in the pinned comment. This could be the final piece you were missing to turn every prophecy of abundance into immediate reality. Do not let the doubt of the old you block the steps of the new you. Remember, the chosen one does not only have faith, they also have tools. Click that link, uncover the hidden secret, and begin your destiny. 7 seconds. Your life of poverty and anxiety ended the moment you learned this weapon exists. Money and wealth are not things you only dream about, they are things you attract. Comment wealth if you dare to take this key and walk into the hall of true financial freedom. Time waits for no one, and cracks in the system never stay open forever. Act now because you deserve everything this world is holding. Chosen one, your journey from today has officially turned a new page. Remember this, every trial has ended, every chain has dissolved, and the brightest season of restoration belongs to you. You no longer fight to survive, you fight to rule your reality with power and absolute protection. Thank you for staying with me to this moment. Your presence here is not an accident, it is part of destiny. If this message touched your soul and strengthened you, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications right now. Do not miss the next spiritual weapons I will send you to protect your royal position. Leave the comment confirm if you are ready to receive this glory. We will meet again at the peak of success. Goodbye, chosen one. The crown is yours.